Hey, so we need to talk because there is this energy coming up and it's something really fresh. It's something really new that has happened in connection to you in the quantum field, meaning in that field of consciousness where you are connected to everyone and everything. And the thing about this is, I'm getting that you've already kind of caught an inkling of this. You've been sort of picking up on this. And it's a very triggered kind of energy. It's a very bitter, sort of jealous energy. This reading won't be for everyone. I mean, I say that a lot in videos, and that really is true because these videos are meant to connect with specific people, specific groups of people. And you guys that watch regularly know all of that, but I am getting that we may be picking up some new listeners in this video. So yeah, just to preface, use your intuition. This won't be for everyone, but there is a person who, for lack of better wording, they're feeling very triggered by, and I don't even feel like you have interactions with this person. I strongly get the sense that you most likely know of them or know them in some way. This is someone who's deeply insecure, and I really hesitated to even do this video, to be honest, because, well, you guys know that I don't like to fixate on energies that feel like they may be kind of negative. I don't like to dwell there too much, just as a personal preference. But I felt that it was necessary to talk about this, and for a few reasons. But one reason being, I feel that you've grown so much spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that you have the ability to hold an awareness of what's going on here, of this person who's being triggered by you without being triggered in return. In fact, I feel that because you're already sensing this, having some kind of clear confirmation of it may actually make it easier for you to just keep staying in your power, going about your business, living your life, creating your dreams, doing whatever magical things you are about in life right now. Because I feel if we don't address this energy and it's coming up for you, it's almost going to feel a little uneasy or a little distracting. But I'm hearing once you name it, you take away its power. So it's almost like by us having this conversation and talking about this person, maybe we can kind of like, not that you've given your power away to them. I really don't feel like you have, but maybe we can kind of keep you on center, let's say, keep you on track here by having an awareness of who this person is, and yet knowing that they don't really deserve a lot of your time or energy beyond that. Hopefully this will inform how you move forward with this person or situation, whatever decisions you decide to make here. So yeah, this reading, once again, it's going to be very, very hyper specific. More than usual, actually, I would say, which is what I'm feeling as we're getting into this. So what's going on here is this person is connected to you by proxy, is what I'm getting. So this isn't someone that you may not even know this person personally. You may have never met them, but they know someone that you know. That's what I'm getting here. They are very connected to someone who is either very connected to you currently or was once very connected to you. And this person has been heavily aware of you for some time. I'm hearing it's a hobby to watch you or to think of you, to feed you energy. And when they either think about you, dwell on you, observe you, there's like this cloud of negativity. It's very icky is what I'm getting here, because I can't think of any other way to describe it. It's like this gray cloud of negativity. And that's funny, my lights in this room just kind of dimmed a little bit. So that might represent that because of this person's kind of gray cloud of energy when they're thinking about you, I keep seeing like hooks or claws or something, like latching onto something. That might be how you start to feel if you give this person too much attention, too much thought. Because again, I feel like you're aware of them, but don't really know them. So I feel like you know of them or you've heard of them, but maybe you only have interacted with them lightly. Maybe you've never met them at all, but you get this like weird energy from them. And this is because I'm getting the word possessive. So they are very possessive or close closely tied to someone. Maybe they have their hooks or their claws like in someone. I hate to use that terminology. That sounds so negative, but it kind of feels like they have really latched on to someone that either was once very close to you or is currently close to you. But regardless of whether the person they're latched onto is from your past or your present, this person still holds a lot of admiration for you. And that's what this person doesn't like. I hope this is clear. I know I'm trying to kind of clarify, who is who in this reading, but it's a bit difficult because there's kind of a triangle going on, not really a love triangle. I mean, for some of you, maybe it is. I feel like this is more so, if it is a love triangle, it would be that more so in the sense, the reason I hesitate to use the words love triangle, it's because I feel it gives this person or energy too much credit. And again, I hate to talk this way and say this, but I feel that you and this person are simply just not in the same league. You're not on the same level. And I don't mean this physically. I'm talking spiritually. Like, there's really no comparison between you and this person. I feel like you don't even really run in the same circles. You're almost opposites. I feel like you are someone who holds a tremendous amount of light, who really lights a room up, who inspires other people, someone who really cares for themselves and others, someone who is deeply self-loving. You've become really confident. This person is just like almost your polar opposite in every way that I just mentioned. This is someone who seems to bring down the vibe, is what I'm getting, or kind of lowers the energy in a room because they do carry this sort of gray cloud of negativity. They seem to be a very pessimistic person. They seem to hold a lot of unprocessed shadow that shows up in the way that they project things onto others. And they also seem to be, well, I feel I already said insecure, but that's worth mentioning maybe another time because the insecurity is really what is coming up here. And the reason that they're reacting against you is because this person is insecure. And they are so connected to someone who deeply admires you, who thinks and speaks really highly of you. And I feel it's somehow created conflict in that connection or that relationship. Now, yes, of course, for some of you, this could be romantic. I am getting that because I know some of you are asking. So yes, it could be, when I said it could be a love triangle, again, I hate to use that term here because I feel it gives this person too much credit. I feel like you just really pay them hardly any mind. You're really in your own lane here. You're on your own level. You're really not on this person's level. In that sense, spiritually or emotionally, I feel like they're playing games or trying to play games with you that you won't even involve yourself in. Like they're trying to pull you into games or drama or whatever, and you really couldn't care less, or you may not even be aware that they're doing this because it's so opposite your nature. You're just like on this totally other frequency or level here. But yes, it could be a love triangle in the sense that for some of you, this is someone who is dating or with romantically in some other capacity, a person who, well, the words that wanted to come out is a person who is still in love with you. So I'll just say it. I feel for the hyper-specific group I'm speaking to here, this is someone who is dating or romantically with a person that you may have been romantically involved with in the past, or maybe you were never involved with this person, but there were kind of unspoken feelings here, repressed feelings, something that never played itself out or got a chance to kind of, I feel like something never got a chance to, well, play itself out in the physical. I'm trying to find better wording, but it's like a story that you both felt in your hearts that was never written. So maybe there were actually mutual romantic feelings in the past, but there was bad timing or circumstances weren't really aligned or some other reason that the two of you could not express or fully. Yeah, I get the feeling not only was this romance between you not played out, but it wasn't even really talked about. And that is why it continues to linger. It's because something here has gone unspoken. Something's never been said. And the thing that's happening now is, okay, so again, this is getting so specific, but I feel if this has been connecting so far, this person that really admires you still, that still is in love with you, that still harbors these feelings for you, they got with this other person because maybe you were not an option, you were unavailable, or they felt like they could never be worthy of you, or they felt like you would never really want them or want to be with them long term. And so they settled for a relationship with this other person, and the other person here knows it. So really, they do have a right to feel insecure here because they're in the situation where they're with a person that, quite frankly, settled for this relationship. And again, I'm not talking physically, I'm talking spiritually and emotionally. You have a kind of essence or an energy that this person finds highly attractive, that they really wanted to be with, wanted to connect with, but they didn't feel worthy of it. Or maybe they thought, again, that you were unavailable, or the circumstances or the timing were off. And so they ended up with this other person who matches more of what they feel they deserve because of their wounding. I'm hearing because of their brokenness. And that's not me speaking on them in that way. That's how they perceive themselves. They perceive themselves as broken. And so I feel that they attach themselves to someone that they felt was equally broken. Again, their words, not mine here. This is how they're perceiving this. And now it's like, why is this coming up now? And that's a big question that I had when I started picking up this thread of energy. And so there's a few reasons. One is I feel that, well, let me get a sip of my coffee here because there's a lot to be said. Okay, so one reason this is coming up again is, well, quite frankly, your name has created some conflict. It started some arguments between these two people. I don't really know why. I'm hearing dreams. Maybe the person that you are connected to romantically dreamt about you, or maybe you've been dreaming about them. I feel like this might be two-sided, where for some reason, this unspoken, unfinished, never said, never expressed connection between the two of you has been reignited, really to the surprise of you both. I feel that it's not even like feelings were just being secretly harbored here the whole time consciously. It's more like something, I'm hearing there was a sleeping dragon, like something was dormant that has now woke up. I feel like that was your unfinished business. That was your connection. Now, of course, maybe Venus retrograde is playing a role in that. I'm not really necessarily an expert in astrology. It's something I dabble in, but tarot is really more my kind of element. So for those of you who do go deeper into astrology, you can let me know what's been happening recently in the stars that could possibly be causing this sleeping dragon here to wake up. But there has been this feeling that something has been awoken that can't be put back in a box. And I feel it almost happened spontaneously. Like, I don't even really get the sense there was a trigger. I feel that there was really no reason for this person to suddenly start. It's like they just had this, you know what happened? This person just had this sudden clicked into place realization that was super delayed. I'm talking probably years delayed, maybe for some of you decades. This feels like a super delayed, I mean, at the least, this was months delayed realization that they had about you, about their feelings for you. And I'm hearing it's because they got clean. So maybe for some of them, they were literally getting clean from substances, or maybe it was habits or things they were using to kind of keep themselves in a haze. Because the feeling I'm getting is like this person waking up from a haze, but it was self-induced. It was like they were doing something to keep themselves, I'm hearing half alive, like just in this haze and disconnecting from any potential realizations about you. And then suddenly it's like they started getting clean in some sense, or detoxing from, and again, it doesn't have to be substances. It could be negative people, patterns, whatever. And I'm just hearing it was time. I feel like this is something that their guides initiated because it was time for them to go through this detoxification. It was time for them to wake up spiritually. But as a byproduct of that, now that they're clear, now that their mind is more clear, their energy is more clear, they are thinking clearly. You hear what I'm saying? They're like having this clarity. in all areas of their life, but it's affecting you as well. And it's causing them to look back on their past and see things entirely differently, including their connection with you. So they're still in the middle of this other relationship or this other, I wanted to almost just call it another entanglement, because it feels like they kind of entangled themselves with this person, with this situation, and they're kind of still stuck in it. And that's just what I'm picking up on here. But they're waking up in the middle of that, and that is really, really triggering this other person, because deep down, this other person knows that they've been settled for. They know that this person still deeply admires you, and I feel that's coming out in a stronger way. It's almost like they can sense this person longing for you. But the strange thing about all of this is, and I know we're 15 minutes in, we haven't even pulled a card, but the strange thing about all of this is this person isn't really doing anything about this right now. I feel them being very quiet, very silent towards you. And in fact, I'm getting the word rejected. So either this person is afraid of getting rejected, and it's actually probably both, or they are actually making you feel a little bit rejected here. So maybe you sensed this vibe with this person and you reached out to them just to say like, hey, how are you? Or you dropped some kind of a feeler here in a friendly way, or I feel like you kind of dropped some kind of hint here of sorts. I don't know if it was like in this person's face or if it was more, I feel like it was subtle. I feel it was friendly. I don't even feel you did anything. If you did drop a hint here, it wasn't anything crossing any kind of line, but it was extremely triggering to the person they're connected to, because they already were starting arguments about your name. They were already aware of you. They were already feeling this person's admiration towards you. And then you're coming in with, again, some kind of very innocent, subtle hint or message or something, and that just really set this person off. And again, this won't be for everyone. I feel this is getting so specific, but regardless of whether you came in with a hint or not, maybe you dropped a hint like psychically, like this person could just pick up on your psychic signal that you were wanting to talk. And you know what's interesting? I'm just realizing I started this reading a way that I never have started a reading before, by saying we need to talk. And now I know why I was guided to do that, because that's how this person's soul is feeling. Although I do feel they have not really exhibited any sign of that physically yet. I don't really feel like they've been responsive. I feel like there's been a physical like coldness from this person that again even could be making you feel rejected. But know that their soul is thinking we need to talk. We need to have a conversation. That's how this person is feeling deep down. It's just that they are conflicted because of the arguments that are being caused with this person that they entangled themselves with, that they're already romantically connected with. And I'm hearing on the way out. So the feeling I'm getting is actually this connection or entanglement may have already been on its way out, so to speak. They may have already been in the process of kind of working their way out of this connection, which almost just made it worse. Like when they then started feeling connected with you and this person sensed that, it just intensified conflict and chaos that was already there. And I feel like by making you feel rejected, by like not reaching out to you or not responding or being cold, really this person is just trying to mitigate a huge amount of conflict with this other person, which in some cases, the other person may even live with them as well. So it's almost like they are just trying to keep the peace here in a situation that really is already on its way out. So very interesting reading. I don't know what else to say right now on that situation. And I know this video has almost reached 20 minutes, and this is one that is so specific. I know I mentioned that near the beginning, but now that we're done with the message, it's really obvious this is going to be meant for a very particular group. So let me know in the comments if this is for you. I'm really interested to hear who this connected for, even if it's just a few people. And if you do want to manifest your dreams, your goals in life, whether that's in love, I would say manifest you and this person connecting more. Of course, that's something you can manifest, but I feel for some of you, you may be on the fence as to whether you want that or not. Now, if you do want that, I do have a subliminal called Quantum Connection that uses the power of your subconscious mind in connection with the quantum field that we've been discussing in this reading to deepen your energetic bond with a specific person and to manifest more physical interaction, communication, harmonious connection, physically, all those things. So yeah, if you do want to manifest more connection with this person, this subliminal comes from my app, which is named Sound and Soulful, if you are new here on the channel. So if you don't yet have the app, you can find it by searching for it in the app stores. I will also leave a direct download link to it in the pinned comment and also in the description box. And when you sign up for a 7-day free trial account in the app, you can try any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days. I do have more than 130 of them for really every area of life, which, by the way, if you're not really wanting to manifest more with this person, a subliminal I would really recommend for you just to stay focused on this beautiful high vibrational timeline I see you aligning with, I see you manifesting. Well, the name of the subliminal is really just that. It's Highest Vibrational Timeline, another one of my newer ones and a personal favorite as well. I know many of you have really seen results and shifts in your life with this one. So again, try it out for just a couple days. Notice how it begins to shift your energy and align you with more of your dreams in life. So the link to get the app, again, is underneath the video. And of course, I would love for you to subscribe if you are tuning in, if you're connecting with my voice, my energy, this content. When you subscribe and turn on notifications, YouTube will let you know when I post new messages that could provide you some insight or confirmation in your life. So I would love to have you here on the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And I think that's everything. So I'm going to close this reading here. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.